sorry for the delay, y'all. Why can't I get my iPhone? I had to restart it over, like my iPhone, right? But then I couldn't start back up my phone, so my phone was tripping. But it finally restarted back up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this phone set, and go ahead and break some of this down, and then let's go ahead and get into the show, y'all. Thank y'all for waiting.
And like I was saying with Jag, it's funny because she getting a taste of her own medicine because the girl LaMesha is all like, "I see you at the club. You was there," and then Jag was like, "You never see me." Like all of a sudden, Jag is like, "Huh? What? Huh?" It's a like, "Oh, so you don't like when people lie on you all of a sudden? Okay, I see how it is." But yeah, I think you do have a point when it comes to okay, these are obvious things that we know, just like the whole plot from Blink Twice. Let's stop second guessing that we know
Yeah,
that part
snake
is from Blink
venom.
Twice.
Y'all really think y'all can drink snake venom and live to tell the story? Like, come on. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Yo, I never realized. Yeah, you can't drink snake venom and then just
So, so,
yeah, you
so you're an
can't.
alien. You are one of the aliens. You need to be in the Justice League because where is Xavier? Super Negro. Okay. I'm gonna clip this because I'm for real. I cannot believe this.
Yo, yo, but the way you broke it down so simple, like you can't drink venom, like duh. I
Look,
was like, oh yeah, huh? You can't drink venom. Everybody been talking about the mermaids too. Yeah, I was like, the mermaid, huh? Yeah, there's some stuff you're like, what?
look, I'm about to look it up right now because you know what? I'm so pissed because people were just like, "Well, why would she say that?" Because I have a brain. What?
Right, right, right. But it's like people are so afraid to say, no, this is not what it is, or this is not her, because they're afraid of being like seen as their victim shaming. But it's all like, no, this part is obvious right here. Like, this is obvious. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
There is a video that
Hmm.
says a snake biting raw tomatoes in farms make them poisonous. But y'all think y'all can drink the snake venom?
Oh, that's true. Man.
They got to dilute it to put it in, I guess, some type of cancer medicine, which is
Well, don't they inject you if you get a snake bite? Don't they inject you with the snake's venom or something like that?
with the
But
antidote.
then you don't digest it though, right?
Yeah, they added in some beers, but they dilute it so much to where it's palatable. Like y'all are crazy. You cannot, baby, anything from that is not of us. We can't just ingest because if that was the case, people would be out here just drinking the snake venom. They would not be passing out and dying from snake bites. I'm from Louisiana where the snakes roam wild and free. Like that's
Right.
what made me go, what? Drinking snake. It wasn't even the baby part. It was the snake. I said, what? And I saw so many people. They were like, I believe her. I said, what? What is going on? It must be me. I'm the problem. I am the problem. That's what it is.
No, when you broke it down just that simple, I was all like, "Damn, she right." Like, I was all like, "Damn, she right." You know, you not wrong. Like, yeah, you speaking truth. Like, Okay, so you telling me that you can just drink snake venom and then yeah, you were able to
Just
that was the antidote and then you was able to wake up and see things now? Yeah. And again, that was a plot from a whole movie.
that's what got me, because if she would have been like, "Oh, I drank the stink venom," and kept it moving, I would have been like, "Oh, okay." Like, I would have asked some questions. I don't have a problem with Lionel B doing what he's doing, because at the end of the day,
Listen,
he's
that check about to be good. Cheers.
uh,
Yeah.
cheers, King.
I got me a little vegan water too. Mine don't have ice. It's room temperature.
Cheers to that king. Look, he found his white Bronco, and there you have it. I'm not mad at that, right? Because when you
Hmm.
get the opportunity, it's up to you to do what you need to do. But there's ramifications that come with that. He's fighting
Right.
with Jag. He's fighting with the other ones, which is kind of weird. They say he probably did the video. I don't know. I don't care. I just feel like there's a lot of some facts with a lot of fiction. And for
Hmm.
me, I said it yesterday, somebody didn't like it. You know, the truth don't need all that. The truth sometimes is just, this is what happened, this happened, this happened. They are
Right.
sensationalizing it to the point where I'm like, okay. And as a
I,
woman, I don't like being told I can't question it because they're women. What? I have questions about everything. Like, you feel comfortable, your life is in danger, but you feel comfortable talking to a YouTuber? Is he providing you with security? Like, I'm not understanding. It's all weird to me. All of it is weird. It don't make sense. And when 2 + 2 don't equal 4, I automatically be like, no.
right. The explanation for the scar on her chest was wild. See, I don't even remember that part for the explanation on the scar on her chest because it was like so much. Like I don't remember all the story. Like when somebody like points out certain things, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, she did say that." Like it was so much. But I was saying earlier, I was all like, "Oh, I think I might have said this on the phone," but I was all like, when you tell your story, you don't need part one, part two, part three, or these extra fill-in stories. Like when you tell your story, you just tell your story, and then that's it. Oh, and thank you for the super chat, by the way. And then you just share your story, and that's it. You don't need all these different parts. So I have a question, and I don't know if Lionel B has ever seen my channel. It is what it is. If he drags me, okay, I'm fine. You
You
know,
think he's
it's not
gonna drag you?
it's not the first time that somebody would. I mean, shit. I already talked about when you see yourself in the title and you be like, "Oh shit, here we go." But and it's not even a bad question. Just people don't like being criticized. Do you think that he should have checked it at the moment, like while he was interviewing her? Because it just seems like some people aren't necessarily interviewers. They just
Mm-mm. No,
let
because
somebody talk. No.
no, because is he a journalist?
Mm. Mm.
Does he
Right.
have a team? Like, I don't know. I don't know what his situation is.
Right. He
Um,
got a nice studio set up.
yeah, I mean, I still don't know his situation. Honestly, I feel like he was offered this opportunity and he ran with it, right? But he has to understand it's about to get loud, because there's going to be praises and there's going to be critiques. I was one of the ones who critiqued
Mhm.
him. I said, I don't believe none of this shit. Okay, I said it. I said, y'all really falling for this? And this lady said she tied to Jag. Please, I don't believe Jag either. Like, and I
Mhm.
said 10 toes deep on it. She can go ham and do whatever she want to do. Just because she got a few things right, don't mean she's right. Like, she's talking about as if she lived these experiences. She did not live these experiences, because then, baby, you would be in some type of federal protection. Especially, again, these super Negroes. Like, you're going to the Epstein Island. You going to the white parties, rescuing
Mhm.
victims, grabbing the babies up, untouched, unscathed.
Right, right. I want to ask the audience this question so they get in trouble too. Do you guys feel like Lionel B should have questioned her more, or no? Yes or no? Yes, he should have questioned her, or no, he shouldn't have. Let's go. 30 seconds. Okay, there's a lot more yeses. I've seen a couple of no's, but a lot more yeses.
Baby, they said he didn't. All he cared about was the money. I mean, listen, I just said when I heard that Dwayne Youngblood was offered to be taken care of for life by Bishop T.D. Jakes, I said, "What was the number? What was
Yo.
the number? I have a gay cousin. What was the number? And he bad. He a baddie. He need a zaddy. What was the number? So, I mean, I'm not one of these ones who gonna get up here and be like, oh, I don't do no. If the price is right, I just might. Okay. If the price is right, I just might. AT2 know that sugar daddy in Vegas grabbed my hand a little too long. He said,
Yeah.
under.
He did right.
So, baby, that YouTube check is gonna do. I'm sure that video probably got millions of views.
Yeah,
Like
I think it's like at 800K. Yeah, listen,
800K.
I don't care what the fuck y'all say about me. When that check come in, I'll wipe my tears with my $100 bills. You know, when that check come in, that's what I'll think about.
What's that clip? Hide the money, the poor people.
Hide the money. There's poor people around. Yep. That's what I'm gonna act like. I'm telling you, I do not give a damn about no. Oh, you should have did. Nah,
But
nah.
here's the thing. I want y'all to really understand. He did not know that video was going to do what it was going to do like that. He
Oh,
had
you
no
feel like he didn't
idea.
know?
Cause you know we interview people
Ooh.
all the time,
Mm-hmm.
all the time. Who would have thought this video would have did what it did? I'm sure when he put it out there, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make some traction or whatever." The fact that
Right.
it's doing what it's doing right now, it's gonna have a million views by the end of the week. End of this week, by this week
Right.
close. Oh, he's good. The month of December is gonna be real good. Okay,
Right. Listen,
real
SZA
nice.
contacted him and was all like, "You need to take that part out the video," and he had to remove. Oh yeah.
And I would do a video on that, baby. Let me tell you something about the content creator game. SZA contacted me and told me I needed to take this down. I would have my PR stand. What? I would have my Tasha K White on with my papers.
Right. Yo, see, that's why we don't get interviews like that because we be acting a fool. I'm telling you. But
I would be sitting there like, can I speak? Yeah. Um, I want to let SZA know I always bar her music.
yo, I'm not like listen, I'm making content out of it and everything. Like I ain't even gonna lie. Like,
I'm
yeah.
sure he probably has an idea like this hoe is lying, but he can't say that. He's the one offering the interview.
Right.
The
And now that
reason,
he's like and I hate to say managing them, but that's the only word I can think of, managing them and putting up on game and how to ask for this, ask for that, and he's behind all that. Yeah, you kind of involved yourself in this now. It wasn't like an interview, okay, then let it go away. You're actually in communications and trying to help them out. So now you're involved. So it
no, see,
continues.
I wouldn't have done that. I would not be involved because let's say Diddy takes action because he's taking action against Sean, right?
Right.
Once he gets look, I don't know who's funding Diddy, but somebody is funding that operation. You can't convince me otherwise. Once he finds out about this, baby, they're coming, right? So he needs to start stacking that money to the side so he can fully prepare because SZA already reached out. SZA didn't even wait for it to get to 100,000 and she reached out. Take me
Right.
out, right? So that goes to show these celebrities really be watching us. They're not watching mainstream media. I stand by that. But it also goes to
Mm-mm.
show you cannot have a personal relationship with these people you interview because it starts to muddy the water. It gets into that Milagro Grams, Megan the
Yep.
Stallion, Cardi B, Tasha K, uh, Love B. Scott, Viacom type teams. Hell, Larry Reid, TD Jakes realm because they're like, oh, you want to play hardball? Let me make it hard for you. And I'm sorry, we don't do this to go sit in litigation.
Right, right. I'm not trying to be caught up in the court system like that. Somebody asked me like, "Hey, that's not true. Take that down." I'm taking it down. Like I'm not trying to fight with you, and that's why I think it's also important. Like technically, we're not journalists, but in a way, we want to be presenting as much facts as possible. And you want to make sure that there's certain things in place to where, okay, well, this is my out because I try to make sure that this is accurate because it was pre-recorded. It wasn't like live. Sometimes when it's live, you
No,
can't really
see,
catch
that that's
everything.
that's that Shannon Sharp effect, right? Shannon Sharp showed us how to really get in that bag, right? He had it. People were drawn in. A lot of people really believed. I saw the comments when I saw Make It Make Sense up here. Shout out to him. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
in New Orleans tomorrow. I don't know if he's gonna be there. Uh, when he said people was really believing her and saying they believe her, I said he's lying. There's no way they believe this. And
No, there are people who believe her. Like even
I
in
went in
Shaun
the
Attwood
comments.
chat.
I went in the comments and they were like, they bought. I said, what?
Like they were eating Jaguar up when she went in Shaun Attwood's show and was all like, it's not true. You didn't meet me and stuff like. They're like Jaguar, you're victim shaming. They were going in
Yes,
on Jag, and they believe everything Jag say. So it's crazy how the tables have turned. Like it really is.
baby. Because a lot of them did not see Blink twice.
Right, I almost want to play the movie on my channel. Well, not really, because I don't want to get my shit taken down. But
Zoe want
it's
her
all
money.
like, here you go. Here's the scene that it came from.
It's just I again, y'all be having this super Negro ability to do things, but y'all not using those powers and abilities to really transform yourself out of your circumstance. That don't make sense to me. If you was able to go to Epstein Island, the Diddy parties, uh, get all this firsthand knowledge and exclusives, how come you don't have no money?
Wait, but Jack said she got 45 million in a bank overseas, though.
How come you don't have no money?
You
Where is
ain't
the money?
lying.
The girls who be telling, they be having money. The girls who tell
Ooh,
they
you
have
got a point,
money.
huh?
They got money. They got something.
Right.
Where is your money? Like, and I'm not saying she got to be out here and designers and stuff. She can't even stay in a home. You got all this firsthand knowledge, baby. If I had that type of either either you lying or you slow or both.
Right, or both. You can take it down and still be sued. Any attorney confirmed. Oh, so you can still take it down and still be sued.
Well, there you have
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it still ain't gonna matter. Yeah, it still ain't gonna matter. I would just be worried about a few things. Okay, if I do this interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's obviously gonna be people who some kind of backlash, right? There's gonna be some kind of
Right.
backlash. You know that. But also too, I feel like I don't know if this is the story that I would want people to know me for. Because I have seen Lionel B before, but I'm not familiar with his channel. I know he talks about a few different things, but since the Diddy stuff, a lot of channels have popped off of that. But he had a channel before all the Diddy stuff, right? But now what he's known for is this whole Adria and LaMesha stuff. I don't know if I would want to be known for that. Just like I
Mm-mm.
was known for a while when Jaguar came up on my channel when I was new and she cussed me out. I didn't necessarily. That's not necessarily like horrible, but I'd rather be known for being a great content creator than attached to this. You know what I mean?
If you could be attached to something, I wouldn't want it to be attached to some type of like abuse, and you just don't know. what is your calling? And to the girl in the chat, this is not synthetic, baby. This is human. That's why the men love me.
Oh, somebody was
But
trying to talk. Listen, Couture Bae look good. I always say Couture Bae looks like what she looks like on
I look
camera.
exactly like
In
my
real,
pictures in real life.
yeah, that's why they hate you, because a lot of them like to talk shit and they be ugly. So yeah, Couture Bae actually looks like what she looked like in person. So she not bothered. Whatever. She don't care.
No, I use it to fuel me to be a bigger bitch. But no, I I feel like this Lionel B should ride the wave, right? But they are going to be looking for that next home run, right? And that's where it gets kind of funny. So hopefully he's putting stuff in place now to set himself up. A piece of advice: I would start your website, whatever that is, just in case.
Mhm.
I would definitely start doing brand deals, just in case. I would get all that stuff in play because you become a thing. That's going to hit a million views, and a million views ain't no small feat. That is
Right.
really hard to do when you are not a former celebrity, former socialite. You came up here just to bring bring the thing. Now, would I want to be associated with the views? Absolutely not. I feel
Right.
like I made a couple mistakes. I could have ride the wave off of the Christian community, but I was just tired of Christians cussing me out about my viral video. So I was like, no, you
Right. Let
know,
me leave it alone. I back
yeah.
out. It's kind of one of those things where, all right,
Look,
so
no,
you
I want
do
to
this.
address this.
Uh-huh.
Latanya, that's not for you. That was for LaMesha because how dare she speak on somebody's looks, looking the way she looked, and I'm not being nice about that. I feel like people don't believe you because you have not provided us with the adequate receipts. You say you're the lady sitting on that man's lap. How come you can't just show us the picture? Because it's not you. That's not you, baby. That looks like some Hispanic lady. I told you that before. I'm really good at visualizing people. I'm really good at. I used to be a beauty pageant girl. So one thing we pay attention to is looks, the aesthetic. That's one thing I
Mm.
could cue on. I might not remember your name, where you came from, but how you look, I can draw it down to who you belong to. And that was not a black woman sitting on Diddy's lap. Y'all can't convince me of that. That's not a
Mm.
light skinned black woman. That is a non racially ambiguous woman because if she was black, they would have released her picture for consumption. Because that's how the media do.
Ooh.
Since when do they protect black women? Stop it.
Ooh. Damn, that was a bar right there. I didn't think about that because we just had the governors come out and say, "I know who it is. It's a white woman." And people last night was saying it was a white woman. And then you just said, when the last time they protected a black woman? They would have been dropped the name. Wow! Or the picture name, whatever. But damn, I never thought about it like that, Couture Bay.
No, you could just tell by her frame. You could tell by how she
Hmm.
was sitting. You could tell she was like someone who was having a really good time, right? And I feel bad for her if those things happened, right? Because the thing she was saying they was in there doing was, child, what?
Right.
But that was back in the 90s. That's before my time. I was not on the scene. We was not on the scene.
Right, we was not of age at all. Yeah.
Okay, crack was whack when we came out. So people, I just was like looking at it, looking at the lady on the table. That was a model with the
Hmm.
with the food. That was a real actual model, and the reason I know that is because remember the surreal life, the lady who was dating the guy from the Brady
That's
Bunch.
where I seen it from. Yeah.
She said, models get contracted out to do this all the time, and
Right.
I was like, what?
Because when the one girl Adria was talking about, yeah, I slurped a strawberry off the girl titty and I didn't know she was and I was like, wait, huh? What?
And why are they admitting to these heinous crimes? Like, y'all do know. That's why I'm like, y'all want to be super Negro so bad. And y'all going to be in prison. Y'all going to be
Right.
in prison. Because
Because
all
you
these
saying that you
female
done murked
videos.
a baby and then you did all this other crazy, like, no, like, that's
Imagine Diddy's team saying, "I know exactly who did it," and they say it was you.
And you know what the sad part is? Because not necessarily with LaMesha, but with Adria, they're not viable witnesses or viable, plaintiffs because their stories are going to be easily dissected and they're going to be able to disprove them. So even if say if like they did have a legit case, excuse me, they can easily be disproven and their character is going to come into play as well too. That's why I think with the I really don't want to go here, but with the Dwayne Youngblood and the TD Jakes, like all throughout that lawsuit, they say this is sex offender, sex offender, sex offender.
Yes, they
Like,
sure did.
yeah, they're gonna look at this guy and be like, okay, you done did X, Y, and Z to these kids, but you mad or you were so frantic because TD Jakes tried to give you a kiss, but you done
Because it was a
did
grown man. Because he was a grown man. You didn't want a grown man. You wanted a boy. That's
right. And now you're trying to come back and say, oh, I was 17 at the time. No, 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 no. When you first told the story, you said you was 18, 19. Now all of a sudden you 17 because you're trying to add more stank onto it. They're going to call out that lie.
and say he was in the bathtub and called your house. Baby, let me tell you something. He old enough for them house phones. Nobody else was on the house phone with you. Nobody else was on that. When Bishop T.D. Jakes is calling your house Elder Jakes, your mama did listen. My mom used to listen to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing shady going down. Not in that household, baby. I used to be like, my mom listens to the calls. Nobody was talking freaky deaky anyway to me because it was the house phone. We was pure in that house, baby. We had to go wild outside.
He said we was fearing nows. Oh my god. Thank you, Sassafras. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super sticker.
I just think it's weird. Why would you say that you committed a heinous crime? That's what I don't understand.
Right.
A heinous crime that if their lawyers decided to be like, let's wake it up, they could be like, oh, the real conspirators are this. The prosecution didn't want to get them because they want Diddy because he has a name. But these people are admitting to these heinous crimes. And you know what the jury could do? Oh my God. Why aren't you bringing them in? Because again,
Mm-hmm.
what Jack, no prosecutor in no state would allow his client to be doing testimony. We have yet to see Cassie do a testimony, and we saw
Right.
her get stomped out in the hallway on camera with no sound.
Cassie hasn't said nothing. She ain't been doing no interviews going here and there.
And that's why I don't believe them. And that's why I'm just like, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. And
I did believe
also
the
my
girl who
thing.
showed the video that she was at Diddy's. Now her, I believe. I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know her
Yeah,
name, but that one.
I think at this point, when it comes to a lot of these people speaking out, I think as the YouTube community, we gotta be like, hey, that's nice, but I think you should talk to a lawyer. Because my thing is like I don't want to be subpoenaed and nothing. Like don't I ain't heard nothing. Like I ain't trying to be in court or nothing. No, I don't want to have no attachments because we're going to start seeing like lawsuits where YouTubers are tied into it. Like Larry Reed got a warning with his. That was a warning. That was all like, motherfucker, I see you and I'm coming for you. That's what that
Right.
was. Because he was listed as a conspirator, a co-conspirator. But
Yes, he
sooner or
was.
later, it's going to say co-defendant. That was a warning shot for him.
I said, oh my God.
Mm, I'm telling you.
And then you say she wasn't even getting paid. Imagine doing all this and you didn't get no money, but LaMesha is getting $5,000.
Mm.
Again, super Negroes. Like you so you don't even need money. Like, you do it for for the fulfillment, the enjoyment of it all, the rescuing
Right.
people.
It's a thrill. It's like a drug. It's a thrill for some of them, you know? That's what it seemed like. It's a thrill.
LaMesha said, "I need a bag," and you over there. I'm doing this for the girls for the enjoyment.
Yo, yo, Jag and her dude gonna be so mad after this live.
She could be mad, baby. Are you
Oh
even
well.
going to be able to eat Thanksgiving dinner at a real table, or are you gonna have to do it at a hotel? Like, be mad at yourself. Your life is in shambles. Stop it.
You
I'm
gonna
not
invite them over for
82.
Thanksgiving?
I'm not AT2. And I was willing to sit down with her for you, but she has proven that she is the problem. Like, this
Mhm.
is getting this. How do we go from Common to Diddy?
That's a huge jump.
We went from the backpack niggas to Diddy. Like, for real? What did you wear to these white parties?
Right. And then when you say, "Oh, well, do you have any pictures?" She be like, "I would never be caught taking pictures of it." No, you just wasn't there, lady.
The lady who woke it up about Prince Andrew didn't mention you not near time. She mentioned everybody who helped her, who saved her. She purposely leaves you out. The black vigilante, like, you are the super Negro. Why would she leave you out?
Right. She won't give us any details on how she saved the girls on Epstein Island. I'm still like, how'd you save the girls?
What plane? How did you get there? And they didn't and they let you leave?
Yeah,
Girl,
but you know what the other crazy part is? I think when Jack started talking about she freed the girls from Epstein Island and all that, right? I noticed that now the girls are saying directly, yeah, we were on Epstein Island. Like now, like the LaMesha and Adria, they're saying they were Epstein girls and stuff like that. As far as I know, the girls were either white or Hispanic. I don't think they had any
no,
black.
the
Did they
women
have
who
black
was like,
girls?
there was colored girls there. There was some of them, but the girls who were there were of a certain type. There
Mm.
was there was
And they would not be the type.
they had to be skinny, uh model-ish type girls. Look at the people who, and that's what I'm saying. They have types. Did he had a type? Look at the women. Look at the men. Type. Epstein had a
True.
type. Look at the women he was associated with. They were either plain Jane white girls or models,
That's that's true. You're
or
right.
could have been models. You know, these were women who were offered oh, just model, right? That's how they ended up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Asian lady, beautiful. One of the Asian lady, beautiful girl. I'm not saying they're not beautiful, but y'all are not models. Like, y'all was not walking the runway. Like, come on now. Like, can
Right.
we just cut it out? And I'm not saying that they wasn't using you, but you did not fit the criteria. A lot of these girls had,
Mm. Straight up and down.
yeah, like,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now. Yeah,
and I'm
I
just like, you talking about you harming a infant.
yeah.
Are you okay? Like, are, even real victims would never admit to that because they know somebody can spin the block and, hey,
Right. And you're saying that you told the police, but nothing was done?
and you black.
Yo, when you put it like that, yeah, you're right. Like, and you black and you got away? Are you OJ?
He didn't do it.
Oh shit! Oh dude.
It's just it's the lies for me. That's why I said, y'all. I do not believe everybody is a victim of Diddy. No, I do not. That's why I called him a liar. Now, did they
Right.
have a hard life? Probably. Did some things traumatic happen? Possibly. I don't know. Go heal from that because again, I'm with the governance on this. Anybody associated with Jaguar Wright coming forth spewing this, I'm a victim of Diddy, it's weird. Because Jaguar wasn't even a victim of Diddy. When she was on the scene, Diddy was like literally fighting a case.
Oh yeah, the shooting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how could he be a menace? He was in court, actively fighting for his life.
Right. The timeline's not adding up at all.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that
It,
is
it, it
crazy.
never, again, when 2 plus 2 don't equal 4, I'm trying to figure out how we got to 36. And maybe it's my Louisiana education. I don't know. I'm just like, if you able to free the girls, you need to go put together a Justice League, Marvel team, something, because you, baby, you're it. You're that girl. Like, we need to look at this vigilante. You doing better than Batman. Like, I just don't believe it.
Not better than Batman. Oh my god.
And y'all could be right. LaMesha do have a story to tell, but it's not about Diddy. And that's the problem.
Right.
That is the
It's not that story
problem.
that she's telling. That's the problem. Yeah.
And I feel like we should be able to go. How come we can't call that out? That's all I want to know. How come that can't be called out? It's clearly there's blatant lies. So we're just supposed to just sit up here and just be like, oh my God, the victims. This is why they think we're dumb. The children haven't left. George W. Bush Jr. will pay for his crimes on the American people because that No Child Left Behind did a number. Okay, it did more than crack, heroin, PCP, the mushrooms has ever done. The
Right.
opioid, because baby, that right there. Oh,
Right. Grandma Joy said, like Mission Impossible. Right. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. And yes, these women are victims of their own trauma. Yeah. It's the trauma in their lives. It's not necessarily all tied to Diddy. Like, no critical thinking, no researching. Yes, Angie, right, right. There's some things that are like blatantly obvious, and then there's certain things I'm all like, okay, I feel like we just hate Diddy so much that we'll believe anything. That's really what it is.
I think so. And it goes to show like there's a man who's walking free who did even worse things than Diddy to the
Yeah,
men. And it just goes to show they don't care about the men.
right. Mike Jeffrey should be in jail with Diddy.
He was out here using the company's credit card. What?
Yeah, do the business and everything. Listen, Abercrombie need to be shut down.
Yeah, so I can get my
Shut it
jeans
down.
on sale. I want to get $15 jeans. Shut it down today.
Oh my god. Not the $15. Yes, critical thinking is important. Exactly. Thank you, beautiful. Yeah. But Couture Bay, I went ahead and pinned the link up to your channel. Please,
Oh,
guys, go
thank
ahead and
you.
subscribe to Couture Bay. Any last words?
Look, it's okay to call it out. Like, we can either just sit here and be like, oh my God, look at this Mother Teresa over here doing the work, the super Negroes, just freeing the people. Or we can literally look at the situation and go, the timeline's not adding up. It's not making sense. Where are we getting this from? Just because somebody comes to YouTube with their confessional does not mean it's true. Now, I know a lot of people do it, and that's fine. That's cool. But at the same time, how are you helping the case? By
Right.
sitting down with a YouTuber. I get it. I get all the ins and outs for that, but don't you feel you would be better served helping the Southern District of New York put him in prison and being a witness?
Right.
I just I don't believe that the state of New York would just ignore these real victims to just have these not so good victims that haven't came out, haven't said anything, hidden.
Right.
I just don't believe that. I just don't believe they just did a horrible job to the point where it's like this. No, they used Cassie to get who they needed to get, hence why she's not talking. And
Right.
and she's probably hoping and wishing and praying that everybody else talks because she don't want to get on that stand. Like, let's
Right.
be very
I don't think
clear.
she's
Nobody
going.
wants to get on that stand and do any of that. They're praying they find somebody who's not a Cassie to come up there and talk because y'all are out here on the internet. And if I was Diddy's team, I would definitely pin it on them. They're already admitting to heinous crimes, anyways. How do we know? How
Right.
do we? I would spin it right on them. Look at the prosecution. This is what they did. Get the boom boom boom, and because we already seen it,
Mm-hmm.
use it to your benefit because there's no gag order. And I said it from the beginning. If they don't stop this, it's about to be the wild wild west, and it's clear as day and charge them for obstruction of justice. Yeah, I said it because if he goes free, y'all need to charge Jaguar Wright, LaMesha, and the rest of her crew for obstruction of justice. Yes, I said it. And on
I
that
agree.
note, thank y'all for having me up. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Don't
Happy
burn y'all
Thanksgiving.
turkeys. Don't burn your house down. Do
Right.
not put raisins in your mac and cheese. If you
Yeah.
don't know
Oreo
how to cook
potato
it, don't
salad.
Don't cook it. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for having me up. Thank you, AT2. Happy Thanksgiving, friend. I'll text you tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving again.
Yeah. I'll text you later. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye, Couture Bae. Oh man, Couture Bae is dope as hell, y'all. I love Couture Bae. She tried to unalive me, Quitita Dean, by trying to. Oh, maybe I shouldn't read that out loud. Okay. Wait, are you joking or was that serious? Was that? Yeah, I don't think. Thank you for the money, but I don't think I should read that out loud. I should have pre-read that before I put that up. Anyway, you guys. Like I said, I had just a few thoughts after watching Shaun Attwood. I was all like, okay, I got to talk about this because there's some things that yeah, it ain't right. Some things are unsettling, but then I also like how the conversation did turn out good towards the end. So again, thank you, Couture Bay, for coming up here. Shout out to the governors for coming up here earlier too as well. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for the people that I modded up real quick to help me out. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we out of here, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a good one. Be safe. Love your family. I'll probably do like a hot topic show tomorrow where I'll mix in a whole bunch of different topics and then yeah, we'll talk about it if I'm not doing anything like later on that night. But I gotta get in here and start cooking. So we out. Deuces.